Hey guys, how you doing? Matt Vona, Bulldog Boxing again with another segment here. Today we're going to be covering footwork. Before we talk about like the actual techniques of the footwork and kind of the reasoning behind it, let's kind of take a step back, but it's kind of to the end too. So what is one thing that all of the greatest boxers, strikers in history have had in common? They've had different attributes. Some of them have been tall, long, short, whatever. The thing they've had in common is the mastery of distance, right? So they're at a great place to hit you and not get hit back, right? Which is actually pretty much the definition of boxing. So with that said, it's vital to be balanced in order to achieve that. So the first part of staying balanced is your footwork. So that's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover how you move around and how you stay balanced so that you can push towards a level of mastering distance. So here's how we do that. So guys, I'm orthodox, I'm right-handed, okay? So that's the perspective that I'm going to give you, all right? So I'm going to stand with my left foot forward and my hands up. Check this out. The two best times to hit people is when they're punching and when they're moving. So I'm going to be moving here, all right? So I want to make sure that as I'm operating around and moving, that my hands are up. The tendency when we move, because we're used to walking like this all day, is our hands to do the same kind of thing. It's almost involuntary at times until you train yourself to do it. So let me show you exactly what I mean here. So there's a couple different ways that we can go about it, thinking about it, that is. So one of them is, whatever way I'm going, I'm going to step with that foot in that direction. For instance, if I'm going forward, I step with my forward foot. If I'm going right, I step with my right foot. A better way to think about it is just don't ever cross your feet up, either in front of you or behind you. And if you do this drill with any kind of frequency, that's not going to happen. This drill is super duper duper simple. I'll have guys do it that are their first day in the gym. We'll do it coming into fights just to maintain a good balance, okay? So again, I'm orthodox. I'm going to have my left foot forward, my hands up, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think like the directional pad of a video game. So I'm going to step forward, I'm going to step to my right, I'm going to step straight back, and I'm going to step to my left. These are all very deliberate movements. So I'm going straight that direction, straight that direction. I'm not like making a U and like circling around. Deliberate straight, deliberate right, back, left, so on. So here we go. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to push off my back foot onto the ball of my front foot to come forward, right? To go right, I'm going to push off of my front foot, step with my right foot. To go back, push off of my front foot, rear, forward. Then what I like to do is I add punches with that same sequence. It moves your core around, makes it more difficult. But if you're punching and moving at the same time, that's much better than just moving your feet. So what we do is we get started with just the jab first. So I throw the jab in every direction. I'll push off my back foot, throw the jab forward. I'll push off my front foot when I go to the right, throw the jab backwards, left. And I'll move like that until I have it all down. Then what I'll do is I'll throw combinations because that makes it even harder. So the one that we'll throw first will be the 1-2. So we'll go 1-2 in all the directions, right? So 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. So that looks a lot easier to do than it is. You'll be surprised when people do that, how often they cross their feet up. They bring this one across, the punches start coming, or they step and then they throw the punches, or throw the punches and step. It's all got to go together, and you'll see what I mean. Even if you're experienced and you give it a whirl, it can be a little bit challenging at first, even though it looks easy. Thanks a lot, guys. Please continue to tune in. We have a lot of great things going on, and hope to see you guys soon. Thanks a lot.